Hey y'all, what's up? So today I wanted to talk about trauma. Ooh. Specifically, I have my little handy dry erase board here because, again, things come to me and I forget what I'm going to say. But trauma is something that we have all experienced in one way, shape, or form, even if we don't know that we have been subjected to some sort of form of trauma. And a lot of it comes from just generational curses and wounds that have been handed down to us, and we've not had anybody to intervene or teach us otherwise in life. And so we just essentially are like recycling this generational trauma, generational curses, whatever you want to call it. Same difference here, but the cycle has to end at some point, and there's no better place or time than the present. And that's what I'm here to do is shake things up and create a new path forward for us, where instead of we are hurt people hurting others, we're healing people healing others. And you will have to be aware of your wounds before you can heal them. And one of the biggest things that I had to come to the realization of is that I masked myself for a really long time. Not just hid myself, but like I masked myself and locked myself away because when I was young, I'm a 92 baby. So when I was young, spirituality was like a very not okay thing, and I did very much get labeled and casted out as the problem child, the the black sheep, the one that was going to be an issue, because of the fact of I didn't fall in line kind of like everybody else. And that is across the board, whether it was in my healthcare when I got sick, whether it was in school, with family. It literally was a thing, and it sucks. But that is a part of that's a part of my life, and a part of what a lot of you guys have also experienced. And so again, sorry guys, I'm multitasking here. But you should ultimately be aware of the fact that just because things have been a certain way, or you operated in a certain way, shape, or fashion, doesn't mean that it's the right way, or it's the way that you're meant to go. Do you know what I'm saying? Again, I can only speak from experience, and in this lifetime, I am both a teacher and a student at once. It's real interesting, but in the lessons that I have learned and am learning is that we have we've been through some shit, and the whole world needs a lot of healing, because in this entire situation we have all been played and kind of led astray, and who we really are was stripped from us without even realizing it, without even knowing. And so this year in 2023, while things are crumbling, you're being cracked open to reveal your most authentic self and really get back the parts of you that you hid subconsciously or consciously due to not feeling accepted or enough or being kind of condemned or persecuted for being different. And believe me when I say that the the ops definitely know and have always known when you're going to be the one breaking generational curses, the one that is healing your bloodline, healing the world, raising vibrations. You name it, they know. And if you've ever heard that thing where they say like your haters always know when you're gonna be great before you do, and it's because, literally, it is because your energy exudes and speaks loud, like volumes. You don't even have to say anything. Just how you energetically present yourself speaks. And that's a problem. That's a problem for people who want to keep you blind, deaf, and dumb, and keep you restricted. And we can't be concerned. We can't be concerned with that being a problem to others, because we are living authentically right now. 2023 and beyond is our time to shine. So if you have ever felt like you have been hiding yourself and your greatness and your uniqueness and your magic and your shine, it's time to stop and come out fully as your true, most authentic, highest self. And that really starts by taking very small steps every single day that is in alignment with who you are, by doing things that really truly fuels your soul and gives you joy, things that you're passionate about. And again, the healing is not a linear process. It's very messy, and it requires a lot of time and patience with yourself. So know that it's a journey. And like I said, the first step is really identifying your triggers and kind of like going within and being like, why am I the way that I am? And you'll hear me say very frequently, why am I the way that I am? Because people don't ask that question. And it's like very necessary right now to know that answer. Because most of the time that answer comes from your family, from your childhood, from past relationships, you name it, it's there, but you have to take the first step and ask the question to yourself to get that answer. And and with that being said, it's going to bring up a lot of emotions. But it's necessary, because these are things that you've not faced like ever. So you have to go through it. You have to purge these things. And the sooner that you start doing that, the sooner your healing can really get kick-started. Like in my experience, I always felt like because I was very different, I felt like I felt like I never was a kid. Like my parents got divorced when I was 4, so I grew up very fast. Like I started taking on the role of like mentor and peacekeeper and healer and like parenting the parent young. And a lot of us have. And when you're doing that, but even then, I knew as a kid that I wasn't like all the rest of the kids. Like I still was. I have always been very cognizant of the fact that I'm different, and like not on some like cocky shit, but just over the fact of like I saw things from a different perspective, and I and at 4 years old, like I knew a lot of things because of, you know, my spiritual gifts that most 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and so on and so forth, like should not know. And it's like, again, no shade on anybody, because again, we all do the best that we can with where we're at on our journey and with what knowledge that we have. Period. Let me get that disclaimer out there now. But my family very much, my parents very much, like chipped away at who I really was, subconsciously or whatever, because of the fact that they did not, I don't know, want me to be like hurt or, I don't know, outcasted or talked about or whatever have you, you know, within the world. You know, like frequently in school, I would say things that had not occurred yet, you know, and I had like one friend one time tell my mom like, oh, like she lies a lot, and like I remember very specifically getting like a whooping because they're like, why you telling all these lies? But then like a month, 2 months, 3 months later, what I said happened, you know, and then like now we just sitting over here like, you know what I'm saying? And I get it, because again, going back to my original statement, being a spiritual OG in 92, in 1992, things of spiritual nature were literally like, you know, still at like Blair Witch Trial type level. You know what I'm saying? You'll either get like tossed in a padded cell, or you're getting persecuted by the religious people. You know, now there's people outside with the pitchforks and torches talking about witch, you know, devil, like. But then also in the same breath, you know, there are so many examples in religious books talking about spiritual gifts. It just, the whole thing, understand the game. Again, I'm no doctor. For the legal reasons here, everything I say is strictly just talk, right? For entertainment purposes only. Let me get that out of the way. But in my experience, the effort to protect us in our childhood has really kind of fucked us a lot, because again, we thought that the things that were just like naturally a part of us were wrong, would get us in trouble, or you know what I'm saying? And very quickly we learned to mask, and we learned to hide, and we learned to like lock away parts of our very being, and we gotta unlearn that. We gotta bring our real, unique, weird, mystical, magical, unique, sorry guys, unique selves back out. It is our time to shine, all 2023 and beyond. V Squad, what is up? It is time for us, really. But please, like, forgive others. Ugh, I hate hearing or referencing like biblical things, but like I heard the, forgive them for they know not what they do line. And it's very much kind of true in this point, because now, again, a lot of people, we have a lot of very cognizant, very much aware of what they're doing, narcissistic, toxic, full, evil people among us. Don't get it twisted. Those people definitely exist. But also, there's very much a lot of people who like are just repeating generational curse shit, generational family line, like this is how their parents and their parents and their parents and their parents, so on and so forth, did things, and that's how we got here. But my God, we've got to cut it off at the path at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you knew better, you do better. So like, the more you know, ignorance is really not bliss. It's not. You need to be able to unlearn toxic, limiting bullshit from your life. You have to be able to purge things that do not serve, that no longer are in alignment with the person that you are becoming. That's facts. Literally, you have got to. So, with that being said, please remember who you are. Do the shadow work. Ask yourself the hard questions. And forgive those who have wronged you, because nobody is perfect and we don't have everything figured out. Again, I'm both student and teacher. I'm doing a lot of missions at one time this lifetime. So forgive yourself and forgive others, and make the steps towards being your highest, most authentic self. Heal yourself and then help others do the same. Okay, guys? I love you very, very much. V Squad.